Hi there, Brian Thorns here from X-Bolt Orthopedics. This is a walkthrough of what you'll see in our VR. Here we are in the operating room. You can teleport around using your right thumb on the little joystick there, and in we go. Picking things up is pretty easy too. You just use the palm grip with your middle finger, and you can grab stuff and move it from left hand to right hand, and then pick up the various bits. So this is the Metro jig. We assemble it with the flexi drive and the short nail, and then using a screwdriver we can tighten down on the flexi drive. Right, we've got our incision made, and we're going to create the entry hole using the curved awl. You can also use a K-wire and a reamer to do this, but we've got the curved awl on the VR. So we found the correct entry point on AP and lateral, and just making the advancing it down. The awl is cannulated, so we can put down a long guide wire down through the awl. And just going to confirm this on the distal AP and lateral. Yep, in a good place. So happy with that. Proceed. Great. So we can take out the awl. One of the cool things about VR as well, you can drop things on the ground. You'll probably see this all through the demo. Right, so we've the Metro jig that we pre-assembled. Putting it in, advance it down to where is the right depth. Checking on AP and lateral again. And then we put in the X-Bolt sleeves. So putting those in, they screw together, and then we can make our skin incision. Advance those sleeves. One of the great things about this as well, it's a common skin incision for the X-Bolt and the distal locking screws, so only 2 incisions overall for the majority of cases. Right, so putting the K-wire in, checking to make sure we're at the right depth, and also proper on the lateral as well, very important. And in goes the K-wire. Let's measure up. That's a 105. Okay. And to get the outer sleeve, and then we ream. Okay. And we also need to follow reaming on the fluoro. Make sure the K-wire doesn't get driven up into the pelvis. And it goes. Now to need to ream to the tip apex point. Yep, that looks good on the fluoro. Let's proceed. Out with the reamer. The K-wire usually comes out anyway, if not, we'll just take it out as well. And then it's the bone crusher step. This is an important step into the tip apex point, and it's deployed at orthogonal planes. So we have a look there on one plane. Yeah. Then rotate to the lateral, rotate through 90 degrees, and deploy again. Nice. You can fan it out a little bit if you want to get a little bit more bone crushing in. You get a great feel of the bone when you're doing this in reality. Okay, bone crusher out. Next step is the X-Bolt and set screw. So X-Bolt's in. We need to have those sort of perfect semicircles. That's how you know that the grooves are superior for the set screw. And then with clockwise turns, you expand the X-Bolt and fire it on the fluoro. Nice. Okay, and proceed. So out comes the flexi screwdriver, out comes the regular screwdriver, out with the sleeves. So it's just distal locking, everything's sort of lock and load from now on in. Distal sleeves in, through the same skin incision. And we drill. You can measure off the drill bit. And following this on fluoro. Nice, yep. Okay, measure up and out with the outer sleeve, and then we have the distal locking screw going in. Nice. Okay, so use the same screwdriver to undo the flexi drive. Makes it very quick and easy. This is the best part of the Metro jig. Everything's quick to come out now. All the bits and pieces out. Check our final shots. Looks good distally. Let's look on the proximal lateral. Proximal AP. Yep, all looks great. Great stuff.